Hello everyone, it's your girl, K Persia, and I am doing another segment on DOAS Science, the Future in Us, or Technology, the Future in Us. Thank you for coming to listen to my channel. If you haven't already, please hit the like button and leave your comments after reading this article. Boy, we are living in some troubled times right now. And just this morning, it's actually mid-morning now, but I got up a little earlier, and I was thinking about all the things that are happening in our world today, and how trying to think of how that movement is going to ultimately benefit us as descendants of American slaves. I was going to go to this one library. I live in California, and there's this one library that I like to go to that's been there for decades. Probably longer, way before I was even born. And now this is the first time ever that I've seen that there literally is a significant homeless encampment. And as a matter of fact, in all my years of going there, I've never seen the homeless there. But now I do. And you know what? They're everywhere. And I think this more speaks to greed than anything else of the 1%. I've just been seeing a lot of information regarding that. And, it's just a telltale sign of the times, and how gluttony, greed, and lust, how that really does and can destroy a nation. But again, in America, I know that there is justice that must be done in regards to what has happened to us and what continues to happen to us as a people, starting from slavery and then all the way down to our continued oppression through Jim Crow, black codes, or black laws, and civil rights, and just ongoing madness. So now, one of the things that are interesting here is this particular article by the Euronews.next magazine. It was written by a gal named Natalie Hewitt, or H-E-T. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And it was actually published in June of this year. The headline is Research into Falling Sperm Counts Finds Alarming Levels of Chemicals in Male Urine. So if you don't know already, the European sperm count, I think a few years ago, was reported as dropping way below, so significantly below in levels that they're looking at, they're not able to replenish those numbers. And even more recently, with the election of President Biden, when he had spoke to some members of the Black Caucus, he famously stated that we are doomed. And I don't think he was really talking about us as a people as being doomed, but of his race as being doomed. I believe it said, and don't quote me on this, but I believe that the average age of a white male and female in America is about 45. And with the meth epidemic that is just ravaging their nation, there are just a huge blind side with them, because they're not putting that information on Front Street as far as what to do with this problem. So anyway, but this is a pretty interesting article, so I'm just going to read through it and just give you my commentary. So it starts out, scientists searching for the causes of falling sperm counts are getting a clearer picture of the role played by chemical pollutants. And it's not a pretty one. A study of urine sample from nearly 100 male volunteers has uncovered alarming levels of endocrine disruptors known as reduced human fertility. Cocktails of chemicals such as bisphenol and dioxins, which are believed to interfere with hormones and affect sperm quality, were present at levels up to 100 times those considered safe. The median exposure to these chemicals was 17 times the levels deemed acceptable. Now, that's not nature. What's going on here is definitely man-made. And specifically, it's going to be white man-made because black people are most certainly not running the globe, especially descendants of American slaves or DS people. And not even Asian people, or as Nellie Fuller would state, non-white people are running the globe. So this is something that has actually come upon us through the mechanisms of those who move the levers of the world, which basically are white people, especially really, really rich, ultra rich, live in another world white people. So it goes on to state, our mixture risk assessments of chemicals which affects male reproductive health reveals alarming exceedance of acceptable combined exposure, wrote the authors of the study published on Thursday in Journal Environmental International. If you wish to go and look at that particular more in-depth look, I remember seeing something not so long ago that many of these chemicals, when they were testing frogs, actually induce more, I guess, estrogen levels in male frogs. Not so much as turning the male, but that they begin to act like, not so much as turning the females, but they begin to act like females. So chemicals in our environment, as you would guess, plays a huge part in our development as human beings. We are one with the earth, as they say. This article goes on. The study measured 9 chemicals, including bisphenol, phthalate,